What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to Hands Down Sports. If you've never been here, like and subscribe, baby. We're going to be talking about sports all day, every day. Now, today, on Starting Lineup Podcast, I'm dedicating this one to this Cleveland Indian. If he would have been playing today, it would have been a Cleveland Guardian. But Albert Bell, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that one right there. But this is like a rookie card of his. Albert Bell played. I know there was some controversy with corking bats and some other stuff. But that dude, he was a force to be reckoned with. And today, what I'm going to talk about is MLB MVP race, my FanDuel NFL teams, because I got some good news. Finally, some good news. The potential Knicks rotation. And you see, best boxers of the 21st century. And then I'm going to give you a recap about yesterday's NFL game between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. So stay tuned. Como siempre, loco, a like, a subscribe. You know what I mean? I got you, my G. All right, my G. Today, we're going to start with a little MLB. Tú sabes, no hay cafecito hoy, pero tú sabes, una cervecita. Once a week on a Friday. Enjoy, my G. I got some lemon Radler. Tú ni sabes que esa vaina. I don't even know how to pronounce this German beer, but salud. I don't say salud. Social, baby. Yeah, tú sabes. Anyways, my baseball FanDuel for today. Now, everybody's starting. I just don't know about the pitcher. I picked Preister from Milwaukee to pitch. Kurtz from Oakland. Cronenworth, San Diego. Batty from the Mets. Wilson, shortstop for Sacramento. Las Vegas. Aaron Judge, who's already 0 for 1. Butler from Athletics. Harrison II from Atlanta. And then Ramos from San Francisco. Vamos a ver si me ganan un chin de dinerito ahí, tú sabes. The MLB FanDuel stuff is difficult, babe. I don't know how these dudes be doing stuff like that, but it's just wild. Now, the MLB race is very tight. The Cleveland Indians, that's why I was dedicating this show to Albert Bell today. The Guardians. You heard what I said, right? All right. The Guardians. Mama, wait. They took over the spot, bro. I'm telling you, man, their comeback is really good. Now they're going to be, dissing Detroit. But Detroit's going to make the playoffs, man. I know it. Right now, they're tied 86 and 73. Doesn't even sound like a good record, but it's amazing. The Yankees and the Blue Jays are tied, and they've already clinched a spot. Seattle Mariners have a 5-game lead over the Astros. The Philadelphia Phillies is the one. They're 12 games over the Mets. Milwaukee and Chicago, and Milwaukee's 6.5 over the Cubbies. And then it looks like the Dodgers are going to win the National League West. They are 3 games over the Padres. So, Jose Ramirez, congratulations, my guy. He's done this twice already. 30 home runs, 40 stolen bases. Now, that might not be exactly the stats. I think he might have more, but another 30-30 for my mans. And, last year he was this close, man, to getting a 40-40. But, that dude is great, bro. Official. Now, the main conversation, my G, in baseball right now is who's going to be MVP. You know, we have this catcher for the Seattle Mariners. Excuse me. Riley. That guy is destroying the ball. He has 60 home runs. He is the leading home run hitter for the Seattle Mariners of all time in one season. But when you compare his numbers this year to Aaron Judge, I still give it to Aaron Judge, but I think whoever does the voting for the Major League Baseball MVP, they're going to give it to Cal Riley, man. Even though his batting average is, man, more than 50 points. His OPS is lower. His slugging percentage is lower. And his batting average, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much he has had more at-bats because Judge was hurt. And Riley's been playing catcher pretty much every game, man. Switch hitting hitter to hit 60 home runs. I think he might be the first to do something like that. Plus, you know, the position he plays, they're not, you know, these catchers are not known to hit 60 home runs. I mean, 30, 40, yes. But wow. Now, you just look at right here, man. I mean, it's really close. I mean, 51 home runs to 60, you know, 681 slugging to 598, 455 on base percentage to 361. I mean, the batting average. Aaron Judge has been pretty much number one in batting average for a guy that hits 50 home runs in a season. You know, you're like, oh, you're expecting that from Judge. He does it all the time, you know. So I won't be upset, but I'm telling you that Aaron Judge is the MVP of the American League, man. He basically is, to me at least. I don't know about you guys. If this is a picture that's screenshotted on September 24th, this would be the 2025 MLB playoff picture. You know, Boston Yankees facing off, Detroit, Cleveland facing off, San Diego, Chicago, and then New York Mets and the Dodgers. Man, I would like to see what happens there. And the Philly would host someone. Milwaukee's the best team. Then we got the Blue Jays would be number one. But, you know, that hasn't ended yet. Everybody's tied and all this other craziness. So, you know, this MLB playoff series this year, looking forward to that, dogs. That's going to be really nice, my G. Let me see. I took this photo today. 125 RBIs for Cal Riley. 14 stolen bases. Not bad, man. That's awesome. OPS of 959. 60 home runs. He might get 61, might get 62. I don't know. But, you know, 60 home runs, man. That's history, dogs. You know what I mean? Dudes don't be doing 60 all the time. Batting 248, you know, to me, that's kind of trash. But, you know, I guess sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. Now, the players that have done 60 or more home runs in a season, besides Cal Riley, Aaron Judge in 2022, Barry Bonds, you know how much he had like 70 in 2001. Sammy Sosa did it 3 times, basically almost in a row, 98, 99, and then 2001. Let me see here. Mark McGwire, he did it in 98 and 99. And then, of course, Roger Maris in 61 broke the Babe's ultimate record at the time. So in 1927, Babe Ruth, you know, hit his 60-something home run. So you tell me, dogs, how you feel about that, man? You think that Riley should get the MVP? Let me know in the comments below, my dude. For real. Thing that I'm thinking of is like, How can you not give it to Judge when he's like top 5 in multiple categories in the American League, and you could even put his stats against all MLB players, and he's pretty up there in a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So total package, but then a one-off, man. This is an amazing year for this guy. What you gonna do? That's my baseball segment. So, as you can see right here, this was my team, FanDuel team, that got me first place in a little request offering. No, it was a FanDuel that someone that I know sends out to all his friends and people that are interested in playing. And I got first place. It was only about 14 of us. I had my homie Taylor Montgomery, who killed it against the Ravens. I had Justin Jefferson, Dunze, Thornton from Kansas City. He did good against the Giants. Let me see here. Johnson, tight end for New Orleans. Sorry about that. And then Zay Flowers and the Buccaneers defense. And if you take a look at right there, 143 fantasy points I accumulated to get first place. Taylor Montgomery went off with 30 plus. Thornton had 15, or Dunze had 13. Tampa Bay Bucks had 14 points on it. You know what I mean? My homie had 13. Jefferson had 10. It was nice, man. It was close, man. There was several guys that were up in that lead the whole Sunday and Monday. So as you can see, I got first place, baby. Now, right now in the NFL, dudes is hurt. The main guy, besides other main guys, CeeDee Lamb might be out 3 to 4 weeks with an ankle issue. Mike Evans, pobrecito Mike Evans, dogs. This is why he's not gonna get 1,000 yards, dogs. Got hamstring issues already, man. It's gonna miss like 3-4 weeks. Tyrone Tracy, like I mentioned in a past video, he dislocated his shoulder in a game. He's gonna miss probably like a month or so. James Conner is out for the season, broke his ankle. Jaden Daniels is not going to play this Sunday against Atlanta. He still have issues with the knee. JJ McCarthy, high ankle sprain. I'll probably give it next week. He'll probably play. Najee Harris is out for the season with a torn Achilles. Good Lord, I hate that. I never tore anything. But I feel like that is one of the worst feelings. That Achilles right there. Brock Purdy will play this Sunday, even though he had that turf toe stuff or toe injury, whatever it was. I think they were lying. To me, I was like, yo, you're still winning with, at the local, that I forget his name, Mac Jones. Let him rest another week, dogs. If y'all lose this week, then you put him in. If y'all win again, you're like, all right, cool, man. We can put Purdy in. He's better conditioned, Joe Burrow's gonna miss 3 months with that toe turd type of stuff. Justin Fields should be coming back. He was practicing this week after having to pass through the concussion protocols. And now I haven't really heard anything much about Colston Loveland, but he's dealing with a hip. Doesn't look like he's going to play this week. Austin Eckler, I think the season and his career is an end, I mean, everybody knows he was a warrior out there, baby, tore his Achilles. It's a wrap, G. Entonces, I wanted to say this. So I've seen this in week 1. when the Green Bay Packers were playing, they were mentioning that Jordan Love is 27 years old. And the last three quarterbacks, or maybe not the last three, but definitely Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, you know what I mean? Because Green Bay, they've been solid with the quarterback. They haven't had to like go through a group of guys, you know, to see who's the one. But both of them won a Super Bowl at the age of 27 with Green Bay. And then Bart Starr, he also won his Super Bowl with Green Bay at the age of 27. So can Jordan Love do the same? That's going to be wild if that happens, bro. For real, for real. You know, let's see. And I was saying that the last few weeks, except last week, week 3, they lost to the Browns. They didn't look like themselves, but I'm telling you, man, Green Bay Packers, they look good, man. They look like they can do it. There was a video. Well, I saw the video. I know it was on ESPN. You know, what's his name? Smith. El loco. Te habla mucho. Mad loud. No, but anyways, they were talking about Eli Manning. You know, if he makes it to the Hall of Fame, that you can't just not let Russell Wilson get into the Hall of Fame. The only thing that Russell Wilson doesn't have is 2 Super Bowls, but he's been to 2 Super Bowls, won and lost. Eli Manning, his achievements are the 2 Super Bowls that he won against the Patriots, which were remarkable. But of course, you know, he didn't do it alone, but he had a huge part in it. He was on, you know, he was destined for that, right? But when you look at the record, you look at, you know, all the stats and stuff like that, Russell Wilson has better stats and more wins. So if Eli Manning makes the Hall of Fame, which he shouldn't, Russell Wilson better make the Hall of Fame, doggy. You know what I'm saying? And then I came across this right here through first 82 games. Checking this out right here. We got Justin Herbert compared to Peyton Manning. The record's the same. The passing yards, almost the same. I mean, Justin Herbert has had more passing yards. Let me see, what is this? Passing touchdowns, really close with the first 82 games of their career. They have similar playoff records. And then their completions are almost the same. You know what I mean? Herbert's a little bit better. And we know Peyton Manning, come on, dogs. One of the greatest of all time, dog. You know what I mean? As long as that dude Peyton Manning was behind the center, ten cuidado, loco. He'll hit you off with 5 touchdowns real quick. But Justin Herbert looks like he's doing the same thing. That's pretty cool, man. The New York Giants are going to bench Russell Wilson. He says that he still got something in the tank, but let me see if I can get this guy's first name here. So the starting quarterback for the New York Giants, the G-Men, is going to be Jackson Dart, and it's going to be at home against the Chargers. So if he plays like he looked in the preseason, think without, man, he might be the next good quarterback out there in the NFL. You know how that is, man. Everybody's looking for that. But I hope that Dart does his thing, man, because, I mean, what I saw in the preseason, I was like, bro, when he releases that ball, it's looking sweet. You know, neighbors and all the fantasy fans out there that have neighbors on their team are like, let's go Dart, baby. Throw him darts. You know what I mean? Throw it on the money, son, and that dude is, you know what I mean? Russell Wilson, man. He says he has more in the chamber, but I think that the Giants should trade him. You know, the Saints need a quarterback, kind of. I mean, that guy's been looking all right. Rattler. The Bengals, Brownie en una mierda. I mean, send him to the Browns. Add him to the to the list of quarterbacks that they got over there. Que se joda loco. And then we're gonna talk about yesterday's NFL game. 23-20. Seahawks won with a game-winning field goal. It was like 50 yards or some craziness. Great play by JSN to get him that first down. My take was basically, look, the Cardinals, they don't have a good offensive line. There's potential of, Benson doing really good, but they weren't blocking. And there was the play that De Mercado got the touchdown. That could have been Benson right there, bro. Anyways, Sam Darnold looked way better than Kyler Murray, man. I mean, Kyler Murray, even though he threw 2 interceptions, he did redeem himself and played solid the rest of the game. This dude, Marvin Harrison Jr., looked horrible in the first half. He got that touchdown in the second half, ended up with 66 yards and 6 catches. McBride had 7 catches and 52 yards, no touchdown. I think Greg Dortch played a significant role in yesterday's game. They need to give him, the ball a little bit more. The dude is fast, and he was getting to the first down when they were, 2nd and 15, 3rd and 12. He was the one getting them first down. So, I think they got an alright team. I mean, they're 2-2, but I think they had opportunities to win the game, and they didn't. A lot of turnovers. But on the other hand, the Seattle Seahawks, their guys block. Their defense is tough. They got a stud wide receiver, and they got 2 good running backs. You know what I mean? Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker III. I mean, I think Kenneth Walker was benched for a little bit because of a taunting penalty or whatever. But, there's nothing wrong with those guys. And the offensive line is blocking. And Sam Darnold feels comfortable back there. And he's throwing good, good deep balls, throwing it to the sidelines for dudes to catch it. He's putting it where the players can make a play. Hey, man. The Cardinals' offensive line was so bad to me that if you had Tom Brady in your prime, he would have never been able, to get things going. Like, come on, man. They're lucky that Kyler Murray at least can scramble. And there was plenty of times where he just didn't even, he was just like, oh, shit, running left and right. You know what I mean? A deer in headlights, man. It was bad, bro. But, they tied the game. It was exciting. That fourth quarter was official. They tied the game, and then the defense let them down. Key plays, the key moments, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get to my next segment, which is boxing, and dedicated to Hispanic Heritage Month. I didn't talk about it, but we're almost ending it, right? Because it was this month of September, right? Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments, dog. Hands, you don't know shit. Yo, son, you guys like the new look, my J? I had to shave real quick, doggy. My shit was itching. All right, my G, let's get to the next one. All right, guys, so for my last segment, of course, I'm going to talk about boxing. But before all that, let's talk about real quick this New York Knicks rotation. Well, at least possibility, you know what I'm saying? For this year, 2025-2026 season. Let me see here. Karl Anthony Towns at center. Jalen Brunson at the point guard. Malik Bridges at the small forward. Now, I think the best thing to do is put Josh Hart at small shooting guard and OG Anunoby at power forward, right? Let's see here. Now, Malcolm Brogdon, backup point guard. Deuce McBride, Deuce at shooting guard, backup. Jordan Clarkson, backup small forward. No sé cómo decirte loco's name. Yabusele backup power forward, and then of course Mitch Robinson as a backup center. That's not that bad, bro. I like that, man. I like this little lineup right here. And if somebody gets hurt, we'll go to the G League. We got some hungry dudes over there too, my dude. You know, I know the bench will be a little bit deeper than that, but ya tu sabes, loco. It's looking official. Now, let's get to the meat and bones of this right here, kid. You see this right here. You know this guy right here is one of the greatest of all time. And he's number one on this list. Floyd Mayweather, money maker. Money, straight money, son. 50-0. You know, best boxers of the 21st century. I believe this is. No, I don't think it's ESPN that did this. I should have asked my friend where he got this. Now, number 2, Manny Pacquiao at 62 wins, 8 losses, and 3 ties. Bernard Hopkins. Dude look like DMX, right? 55, 8-2. Beautiful. Now, Alexander Usyk, if I'm pronouncing that right, who right now is 24-0. So he definitely is a young dude to be top 4. Yo, my G, I don't know. I gotta look into that one, man, right? Gotta talk to my dudes. Why is he number 4 on this list? Does he have tons of knockouts? He probably got like 22 knockouts. Who knows? Well, you guys know. Y'all leave me some comments. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to talk a little bit, have a little conversation with somebody about boxing. You know, I don't have a conversation with my boys. I see what they say, and I'm basically trying to remember, like, oh, okay, that's this guy. Oh, that's that guy. Oh, this venue, Oh, they like fighting over there, this and that. Vegas is the number 1 place for boxing. They got Saul Alvarez, 63, 3-2 at number 5. Andre Ward, 32-0. He was like, I'm good. Let me see here. Terrence Crawford, who's 42-0. I don't know why he's not. It's probably because of knockouts, but if you know about boxing, you know all these guys right here. Juan Manuel Marquez, 56, 7-1. Roy Jones Jr., who to me is one of the greatest of all time, 66, 10-0. Oh man, this is a Japanese guy. Naoya something, 31-0. He's probably still boxing right now, right? Top 10, rounding off the top 10. Now 11 to 20. We got, let me see here, Gennady Golovkin, Golovkin, 42, 2-1, right? They're still fighting, right? Jose Calzaghe, 46-0. Yo, my G, there's a lot of undefeated dudes over here. Eric Morales at 52-9. Yasil Lomachenko, who's 18-3 at number 14. And that dude is nice. I've seen some of his fights. I'm like, wow, that dude got skills. Now, one of the greats of all time, Oscar De La Hoya, who ended his career at 39-6. Roman Gonzalez, 53-4. Tyson Fury at 34-2-1. Miguel Cotto, yo son, he was nice. 41-6. That's my guy right there. Vitaly Klitschko. I forgot to pronounce his name, but this is that one dude that's like he like already quit the pros. He's like, I'm good, dogs. 45-2. I got my dough. I still got my health. I'm looking good. Todas las mujeres like me. Pa allá lo fuimos, loco. And then to round off, number 20, from Mexico, Marco Barrera. 67-7, my G. Yo, son, to be a professional boxer and have records like this, 62 wins, 66 wins. Yo. Now, of course, this is not like the greatest of all time, because, of course, you didn't see Tyson in there or none of those guys. But what you think about that list, man? That's pretty accurate, right? It's not that bad, bro. I mean, Floyd Mayweather, come on, B. His defense, number 1 of all time, dogs. Straight up. Now, Dana White, had some boxers out there. Give me a second. Let me encontrar esta vaina. All right. So I took this photo on Tuesday. This is going to be September 23rd. And what's today's date? So this already passed. So I don't know what occurred on these fights. But Barbier versus Loco. It'll be butchering names. I don't even know how to say that, dogs. Let's see here. Zurcher versus Magdomedov. Oh, look, there's two girls in here. Chavez from Brazil. Montenegro from Argentina, right? What you guys think about the female boxers? You guys like watching that? I know they can kick my ass. Anyways, Tobias versus Oliveira. Reyes versus Torres. But Dana White, he's the dude that owns the, what is it? UFC, right? I don't know. He's into boxing too, man. Full card for tonight's Dana White's Contender Series. Let me know if you watched that, man. I didn't get a chance to see that at all. I had no clue. I'm 3 days late. But that's what's up, man. To end this video, I really appreciate you guys. Nice little dope celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with all the wonderful boxers. You see De La Hoya up in there. You know what I mean? You guys know some of these guys. Canelo. Official, babe. Oh yeah, I had to take this down right here. So Canelo might have lost 3 fights out of almost 70, but he's still got one of the most impressive resumes in modern boxing, bro. That guy's done it all, man. He got respect from all those guys. And then I took my kids to this museum over in Lakeland, Florida. The Florida Children's Museum. And when we went there, they were celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. Tons of cops there, babe. Just show you a little couple of flicks right there. They had the mariachi guys killing it. Their things sounded crispy, bro. But my sons, they liked it. We're going to go back one of these days to check out the whole facility, because that park is huge, man. That museum, we was just in one section. There's like 7 other sections. It's crazy, babe. Official. Well, that's all for today, my dude. Hands Down Sports. You was just listening to Starting Lineup Podcast today. Appreciate y'all. Like always, my dude. That Mark 8.